Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to thank you for stopping by the Jewelry by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video and we'll talk soon.
Well, hey family, happy Wednesday. This is Darlene. I am using one of the wire wrap beads. The bead under here is hand painted, and I went ahead and wrapped it with some 15 gauge aluminum wire, the gold color wire. And then this is what I came up with. So we're going to go ahead and make a pretty bracelet. I'm using this bead, and it's going to be a single bracelet. I might at some point marry it with some other bracelets to make them, like a layered stack. Because remember, stack bracelets look a little bit more attractive to potential buyers. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and try the bracelet by itself and see if it sells as a single bracelet. And then if it doesn't, after maybe a week or two, I'll go ahead and put some other bracelets with it. But I'm using these. I think these are like 6 millimeter hematite beads, and I have like a whole lot of these around here. So I'm putting that small bead right there first. So when the bracelet, oh shoot, look, it's going in the hole. So that's not going to even work. This side it works, but on this side it doesn't. The bead is going inside the hole, and I don't want that. So we're not going to use the hematites. They're too small on one side. So I'll just go ahead and bead. Let me see. Do I got some? No, I don't know where those beads are. I have some, I want to say some black 8 millimeter beads, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it like this. I'm going to put the metal spacer on here, and then I'm going to use these beads here. And then we're going to do it on both sides and just see what it comes out looking like. And if I don't like it, I'll just go ahead and change it. I'll take it apart, and then do something else with it, find some more beads to match with this big bead. Real simple, easy, fast bracelets. And bracelets don't take too long to make. So this is what it looks so far. And then I'm going to go ahead and use these little 8 millimeter beads I have. Put these on here. I like 8 millimeter beads. The bracelets stack a little bit better the smaller the beads. The bigger bracelets are more, to me, are like more for dress up, and when you really trying to make a statement, like if you go into an event or something like such. But those 8 millimeter beads, when you use those to make bracelets, those are more comfortable and like for day wear, where you can wear those like every day. You don't have to take them off. You can take a bath in them and all that good stuff. They're just more comfortable. So I'm going to use a couple of these clear glass beads that I got. See how these look right here. And if they don't look good, guess what? I'll go ahead and take them off. But so far, this is what it looks like. And you guys already know I like my pieces to look very unique. It's bright in here today because I actually opened up my the blinds here on the window. I don't like to do that because my place is towards the street. So towards the street, people can look in, like if they're walking by, and it's a busy place in the sense of people like to walk a lot. They walk their dogs a lot, they walk a lot, and do all that type of stuff. And I don't like to have my blinds and stuff open. I don't want anybody looking in on me. My mother used to do that. She used to keep her blinds open, her windows open. I'm like, people could just look in here. That's pretty. And she always would say, they're not going to see nothing. I'm like, yeah, they're going to see something. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off, I think, with some, do I want to put another metal? Let's try another metal spacer to close it off. And then we'll go ahead and put some, the wood beads. But she would always say that they ain't gonna see nothing when they look in here. I just got a problem with that, having windows wide open for people to be looking in and seeing stuff. But I said, well, let me try it though. I want to see if I can how much brighter it'll be. And it does look like it's a lot more brighter. So I might start opening up the blinds a little bit so I can get more light. And the thing is, I have a lot of lights on in here, but for some reason it just seemed dark sometimes. So I'm going to finish it off with some of these 9mm. I think these are 9mm wood beads that match really good. 245 on that side. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And let's see. I think I might put a couple more on here. And then I'm using the 1mm cord. The 1mm stretch cord, because I was using smaller beads that have smaller holes. Anytime I use a 1.5 magic stretch is when I'm using bigger beads all the way. So had I not been using these small beads like right here that have the small hole, I would have just used a 1.5mm stretch cord, because the holes on these beads are all big. So the metal, those beads right there, that bead, and then this bead, all those beads have big holes. So I could have used a 1.5mm. However, I wanted to use these smaller beads, and I think I need a couple more beads on here to close this off. Somebody was asking me, I get asked that quite a bit, why I don't use the board to make bracelets, like where you do the sizing, like where you size the bracelets on the beading board. I just never used that. I never thought about using it. When I first started beading bracelets and selling them out in the public and at different events and stuff, they sold. I mean, in just about every wrist of a person that tried the bracelets on, they fit. Every once in a while, a bracelet might have been too big, like maybe by one bead. The bracelet might have been too big, and not unless it was a person that was like really skinny, 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 or really full, 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 and they had a huge wrist, or somebody that was really, really, unnormally skinny. They wouldn't fit. But for the most part, and I learned from that. Okay, well, that person is about that size, so it's too big. It's one bead too big for them. So my thought was, oh, okay, well, what I'll start doing is making some bracelets that have one less bead. And then those bracelets will fit people about her size, her wrist size, or his wrist size. And like with the bigger people, it might have been, oh, okay, well, the wrist is about three beads too big. So I would make bracelets with 3 more beads on certain bracelets for bigger people. And that's how I size, because most wrist sizes are the same, between 7.5, 8, 7.5, and 8. And then if you're going to layer, and somebody else may do this a little bit different than what I do, but from selling, this is what I got from selling. I never took beading classes. I never went somewhere and somebody taught me how to do beading or anything like that. I learned how to do the beading and stuff myself. And beading, before I started beading, I was making leather and suede jewelry. So I was making jewelry. Nobody taught me jewelry. I think it's a talent that was given to me by the Lord, and I thank Him for it, right? But with the beading, and I've never been a person to waste money. So if I don't need it, I'm not going to buy it. So if I can make bracelets, and history has showed me, from me being out selling, that this is what I need to do in order for my bracelets to be the right size for groups of people. Oh, okay, then this is what I'll do. So I never needed a board, the beading board, to say, oh, okay, 6 3/4 and 7 7/8. And I've never done that. And even like with the bracelets, When I sell them in stacks, I always make a bracelet a little bit bigger than the rest of the bracelets, because what happens is when you put on 5 or 6 bracelets, the further up you go your arm, the bigger the arm part is. So my thought is, oh, okay, if I make one bracelet that's a little bit bigger than all the other bracelets, guess what? That one will fit up further. And then people got sense enough to know, oh, okay, let me put the bigger one on first and then just kind of layer them like that. But anyway, this is what this looks like so far. And we're going to go ahead and put a couple more. But anyway, somebody had asked me about that, about using a beading board. And if you need to use a beading board, use a beading board. You know, I'm not against beading boards. I just don't use them. I just never found a reason. That's really pretty. I just never had a reason to use them. I mean, because I literally just figured stuff out. I didn't go watch YouTube videos. I didn't ask people how to do stuff, or, I just kind of figured it out and it works for me. So I don't, I sell bracelets and I sell them over and over again. And that's without using a beading board. So what I'm doing now is I'm doubling it. My God, this thing just keeps turning. What it is though is it's probably not screwed on tight. So I'll do that after I finish this. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And every time I move, I see it turning. It's gonna mess around and turn, and y'all gonna see me sitting here in this tube top with my hair uncombed, okay? And we definitely don't want that. All right, so we went ahead and did that. We're gonna cut off the extra. And then we got a lot of knot. So we're gonna tuck that knot in the bead like that. And then this is what this comes out. This is really pretty. It's it could be a nice unisex bracelet. And then you know what I'm gonna probably do? I am gonna probably match it with some other bracelets, because I can see this as the focal bracelet match with some other really nice bracelets. I think there is a video showing how I do the beads. So the hand painted bead, and then I wrap the bead with the 15 gauge aluminum wire, and you can see what it makes it look very unique, really different, really pretty. Something you don't see anywhere, everywhere, and it makes a great conversation piece. If you were to wear this just even on a daily, somebody was wearing it to work or wearing it to an event or just daily. This is really pretty. And it's very lightweight too. It's not heavy at all. So this is our simple bracelet for today. I am going to marry it with some other bracelets though. So I'm not going to make those bracelets on camera, because I think I might have a couple already made that I can put this together with. And they're made from, and if you notice too, I did it in two-tone. So if you notice with the colors of the bead, the wood beads, I two-toned it. And that was on purpose, just to give it a really nice look. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing really well. And I'm waiting on Amazon to let me know if I got approved to keep live streaming with unlimited time. So they gave me 90 minutes to live stream. So I was literally live streaming on Amazon, like doing what I do here on YouTube. And what they do is they give you the 90, well, they gave me the 90 minutes. So they call that a goal. So I met that goal. And then I had to submit an application to see if I can get approved to keep video live streaming, like for longer periods of time, as often as I want to do it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm hoping that they do approve me, because I really do like the platform. I like going live on the platform. When you're live, they allow you to put a little carousel at the bottom, and that carousel will have the product that you're talking about in the video. So I'm literally sitting there making items like I'm making items here on YouTube, and I'm using items that I've purchased off of Amazon. So I'm showing people, oh, okay, well, this is what I made using the products that you see in the carousel. So if you're interested and you want to make something like this, the items or supplies are in the carousel, and then what people do is click on them and they buy the product and stuff. So that's what I like about the Amazon platform. Oh, also somebody was asking about Poshmark. Um, if you make sales on Poshmark, I think anybody can make sales on Poshmark, but just keep in mind it takes work. You got to go on, you got to share, you can't just put your product on there and it just be there and you sell it. It takes some interaction. It takes you to be on there doing shows, doing silent shows, doing live shows, sharing product and doing all that other kind of stuff. Long are the days, gone when you can just put product on a platform and it just sells itself. It's like product sells itself, but it needs you to push it. So you got to go on, do something, and not just on Poshmark, like on all these other platforms too. But anyway, I'm a little chatty. Darlene and I for Jury by BDK, because I know y'all didn't come here for a sermon. But anyway, guess what? We'll talk.